So my lovely kids, you are welcome again to another Cafdil Science lessons. My name is Ernest Atto Bentel. Kids, in the previous lesson, we talked about benefits to humans. We looked at insects and their benefits. We looked at birds and their benefits. Today, we are going to look at another of animals. And these animals are known as mammals. So kids, the topic for today on mammals, the topic for today is mammals. So what you see on the screen is an example of a mammal. But before we start the lesson, let's look at our lesson objectives. Let's mark the homework. Sorry, we were given the other time. Let's mark the homework first. 1. State any 4 benefits of birds to humans. State any 4 benefits of birds to humans. That is us. So 1. Birds provide humans with meat and eggs. Birds provide humans with meat and eggs. 2. Birds help with pollination of plants. Birds help with pollination of plants. And then 3. Birds help with the dispersal of seeds. Birds help with the dispersal of seeds. And birds, like vultures, feed on dead bodies to clean the environment. Birds, like vultures, feed on dead bodies to clean the environment. So kids, these are the answers to the homework that you were given. And I believe you all had the answers correct. Now let's move to today's topic on mammals. Mammals. Let's begin by looking at the lesson objectives. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to 1. Describe what a mammal is. At the end of the lesson, you'll be able to describe what a mammal is. And then 2. State 3 examples of mammals. State 3 examples of mammals. And then 3. State 3 features of mammals. State 3 features of mammals. So Kate, if you pay attention and then you all go through this lesson, at the end of the lesson, describe what a mammal is. State of mammals, then mention 3 features of mammals. Mention 3 features of mammals. Let's begin the lesson, Kate. What are mammals? What are mammals? Mammals are living things that feed young ones on milk. Mammals are living things that feed their young ones on milk. So if you look at the cow there, the young cow called the calf is feeding from the mother's udder. The cow is feeding on milk from the mother's udder. Now, okay, we are saying that mammals feed their young ones on milk, and they do this through the mammary glands. The mammary glands. What you see on your screen is what we call the mammary glands, and that is the word mammary glands gave us the name mammals. Why? Because their young ones feed from these mammary glands. Kate, if the mammary glands are located at the abdomen of the animal, we call it udder. If the mammary glands are located on the chest, we call it breast. So okay, that is the difference. So most animals have udder because the mammary glands are located at their abdomen. And then humans and other few animals have their mammary glands located on their chest, and we call it breasts. So mammals feed their young ones on milk through the mammary glands. The mammary glands. let's look at some animals feeding their young ones on milk. So you see that this is a goat. This animal is a goat, and these are the baby goats called kids. So you see that if the mammary glands, as we said, are located here around the abdomen, we call it udder. So goats do not have breasts, they have udder. So the babies are feeding from the udder. They are taking the milk through the udder. And that is what we call the mammary glands. So mammals are animals that feed their young ones on milk. So this is a sheep. The sheep too is feeding the young one on milk through the udder, because that is where the mammary glands are located, around the abdomen. So the lamb is feeding on milk from the udder. As I said, if it is located here at this place, we call it udder. If it's on the chest, we call it breast. This is a monkey. Monkeys have breasts. Monkeys have breasts because it is located on their chest. Their mammary glands are located on their chest. So this baby monkey is feeding on milk from the mother's breast. We have deer. Deer have udder. Deer have udder. So you see the young deer feeding on milk from the udder. So know the difference. If the mammary glands are located on the chest, they are called breasts. Around the abdomen, they are called udder. So this lion here is also feeding the calves through the udder, because that is where the mammary glands are located. They are not here on the chest. They are here around the abdomen, and we call it udder. So the baby lions are feeding from the udder. So kids, mammals feed their young ones on milk. So anytime you hear the word mammal, it means that those animals feed their young ones on milk. And if the mammary are located on the chest, we call it breast. If it is around the udder, so that is the difference. So most animals have breast. So monkeys, gorillas, apes, they have breasts. In addition to humans, the other animals have on their abdomen, we call it udder. Now let's look at some examples of mammals. So the cow, example of a mammal, because they feed their young one on milk. Human beings are mammals because they feed their young ones on milk. I believe everybody enjoyed milk from the mother's breast when we were young. Every human being took breast milk. And according to doctors, for the first 6 months, breast milk is good for the kids. Breast milk is good for the babies. So human beings are also mammals because they feed their young ones on milk. We saw the goat also feeding the young one on milk. So cow, human being, goat, they are all mammals because they feed their young ones. We have dog. You see this dog feeding the young ones on milk. You see this cat feeding the young ones on milk. Sheep feeding the young one on milk. And all these animals, they have udder. That is where, if you look at where the mammary glands are located, we call it udder. So all these animals, cat, sheep, they are all mammals because they feed their young ones on milk. Now let's look at features of mammals. When we talk about features, certain things that when you see about those animals, you can confidently say that these animals are mammals. Okay, the first one is that mammals have hairs or furs on their bodies. mammals have hairs on their bodies. We humans have hair. Have hair. You see, man is having that to it as hair. But when it comes to call it hair, human beings have hair. So I cannot say I have fur on my head or I have fur on my skin. I have hair. And I cannot say a dog has hair on the body. The dogs or animals have fur. And we, so animals, the person F, they have hairs on their bodies. And humans, we have hairs on our bodies. So mammals have hair on their bodies. And animals also have fur on their bodies. So that is one feature. Mammals have hairs or furs on their body. 2. Mammals have touch the ear. You can see and touch the ear. So if you look at this human, so if you look at these images on your screen, you can see a human being here, you can see goat, you can see a rabbit here. And you can see this human is having an outer ear. That means that you can see and then hold it. There are 2. If you look at this goat too, this goat has outer ear. 1, 2. If you look at this rabbit too, this rabbit has outer ear. 1, 2. So mammals have outer ears. When we talked about birds, birds do not have ears like this. They do not have outer ears. Insects do not have outer ears. I haven't seen a mosquito or ant with ears like what you see on the screen. They do not have outer ears. But mammals have outer ears as you see on the screen. And it's one of the features of mammals. One of the features of mammals. They have outer ears. You can see and then touch it. So that is another feature. The next feature is that mammals have teeth. Mammals have teeth. So if you look at this dog, you can see the teeth of the dog. If you look at this, the teeth of human beings, and we all have teeth. We all have teeth. If you look at this cat too, it's a mammal, and this cat have teeth. So mammals have teeth. If you look at birds, birds do not have teeth. Birds do not have teeth, but mammals have teeth. We talked about insects in the previous lesson. Insects do not have teeth. So mammals have teeth. One of the features of mammals is that they have teeth. So dog, human being, and cats, they are all mammals because they have teeth. Let's look at the next feature. Mammals give birth to live young ones. Mammals give birth to live young ones. So it means they reproduce. When you were in the lower class, lower primary, we talked about life processes of living things. And one of the life processes is that living things reproduce. So mammals reproduce by giving birth. Mammals reproduce by giving birth. They do not lay eggs like insects and then birds, but they give birth. And when we say they give birth, what do we mean? It means that the young mama develops in the belly of the adult mama. So this is an elephant, and this elephant is pregnant, and you see the young elephant inside the belly of the adult elephant or the female elephant. So when the time comes and this young elephant comes out, that is what we call giving birth. So they do not lay eggs, sit on it, and then after some days it will hatch. The young animal develop in the belly of the adult female animal, and then after some weeks they will come out, and coming out is what we call giving birth. So mammals give birth to live young ones. Okay, let's look at how some animals give birth. The first one is goat. So you see that the goat develops inside the belly, and after some weeks the goat will give birth. So what you see is what we refer to as giving birth. So the young one coming out of the mother is what we call giving birth. And the live means that when the young ones come out, they will not be dead, they will be alive. There will be life in them. So you see the goat giving birth. So they don't lay eggs, they give birth. Good. So the goat has given birth. So mammals give birth to live young ones. The young goat is not dead. You see the young goat here moving. It is not dead. So mammals give birth to live young ones. They develop inside the belly of the female adult animal, and after some days or weeks or months they come out, and the coming out of the belly is what we call giving birth. Let's look at elephant too. Elephant too giving birth. We saw the elephant pregnant. Right now it's time for the elephant to give birth. So this elephant too is giving birth. The young one is coming out from the belly. Yes, it's out. So the elephant too has given birth. And the young elephant is alive. It's not dead, it's alive. So mammals give birth to live young ones. Let's look at a monkey too. A monkey giving birth. A monkey giving birth. So you see the young monkey coming out of the belly. Yes, it's out from the belly of the mother. So the monkey too has given birth. The monkey too has given birth. So mammals give birth to live young ones. Mammals give birth to live young ones. They do not lay eggs, as we saw when we were talking about birth, but their young ones develop inside their belly, and when it is time for the young one to come out, it will come out through their reproductive system, and then that is what we call giving birth. So you see the goat again. The young goat coming out. So this goat is giving birth. This goat is giving birth. And that is the same way we humans also come out. Our mothers give birth to us at the hospitals. Our mothers give birth to us at the hospitals. So kids, one of the features of mammals is that they give birth to live young ones. Good. So human beings, dog, goats, they all give birth to live young ones. They all give birth to live young ones. I don't think you have seen the egg of a dog before, because they don't lay eggs. They give birth. They get pregnant and then they give birth. Let's get to the next feature. Mammals have 4 limbs. Mammals have 4 limbs. Animals have 2 forelegs and then 2 hind legs. So when we talk about limbs, we are talking about your hands and legs. when we talk about limbs, this word limbs, since we are talking about your hands and legs. So animals have 4 legs. The front ones are called 2 forelegs. They have 2 forelegs, just like these goats, as is shown. And then 2 hind legs. The back ones are called hind legs. This dog too have 2 forelegs and then 2 hind legs. So they have 4. 2 in front, 2 at the back. The 2 in front are called forelegs. 4 legs. And the 2 at the back are called hind legs. Hind legs. Human beings have 2 hands and 2 legs. So I have 2 hands and I have 2 legs as well. So human beings have 2 hands and then they have 2 legs. And that makes up our limbs. Our hands and then legs makes up our limbs. And then babies, they also have 2 hands and then 2 legs. But when you are young, you normally crawl on your legs and then hands. But when you grow up, you can walk. When you grow up, you can walk. So mammals move by walking. We use our legs to walk. So you see the dog walking, you see the man walking. So because we have limbs, we use our limbs, that's our legs, to walk. We can also use the legs to run. So you see that the dog is chasing this man and they are both running. They are both running. So we use our limbs to run and we use it to walk as well. And that is how we move. So mammals can move by running and we can also move by walking. So this is another feature of mammals. When we're talking about birds, birds move by flying. Most birds move by flying. Some also walk. Some also walk. But mammals move by walking. We don't fly. We walk or run. Good. Now we have gone through some features of mammals. What really makes them mammals? Now let's come to some facts about some mammals. Some facts. The largest mammal on land is the elephant. So of all the mammals, including human beings, the elephant is the largest. The elephant is the largest. Of all the mammals we have in this world, the elephant is the largest on land. The elephant is the largest when it comes to mammals. And then the tallest mammal on land is the giraffe. The tallest mammal on land is the giraffe. So that's the giraffe that you see with that long neck. Long neck. So the tallest mammal on land is the giraffe. The tallest mammal on land is the giraffe. And then the fastest mammal on land is the cheetah. When we are talking about mammals that can run very fast, human beings can run, dogs can run, cats can run, goats can run, sheep can run, lions run. But when we are talking about the fastest runner, the fastest mammal, we are talking about cheetah. Talk about the cheetah. So you see the cheetah here running. See the cheetah here running. So the fastest animal on land is the cheetah. When we're talking about birds, we said that the fastest bird is the peregrine falcon. The fastest bird is the peregrine falcon. But they fly. And when we talk about mammals, do not fly. But when you come to land, the fastest mammal on land is the cheetah. Good. We are almost at the end of the lesson. We are almost at the end of the lesson. And today we looked at what a mammal is. We said a mammal are a group of animals that feed their young ones on milk. They feed their young ones on milk. This milk comes from what we call the mammary glands. The mammary glands. If the mammary glands are located on the chest, we said we call it breasts. Breasts. So if you take human beings, if you take monkeys, if you take gorillas, chimpanzee, they have breasts because their mammary glands are located on their chest. When you come to other animals like the cat, the dog, the sheep, the goat, they have their mammary glands located around their abdomen, and we call it udder. UDDER, udder. So goats do not have breasts. Human beings have breasts. Dogs do not have breasts. They have udder. And then we also talked about some examples of mammals like goats, the sheep, the pigs. They are all mammals. They are all mammals. Elephants, lion, tiger, they are all mammals. And what makes them a mammal? What makes them a mammal? And that is what we discussed when we were talking about the features. That mammals have outer ear. They have outer ear. You can see their ear outside. When you look at insects like ants, birds, they do not have outer ear. You can't see the ear of a mosquito. But when you talk about mammals, they have outer ear. They also have teeth. Mammals have teeth. Insects do not have teeth. Birds do not have teeth. But mammals have teeth. Human beings have teeth. Dogs have teeth. Cats have teeth. So mammals have teeth. And we also said that mammals have hairs or furs. In humans, we call it hair. But when it comes to animals, we call it fur. So they have hair or furs on their bodies. We said mammals also give birth. Mammals also give birth. And we saw the goats, we saw the monkey, we saw the elephant giving birth. Their young ones develop inside their belly, and after some weeks or months, they come out. And the coming out of the young ones is what we call giving birth. Also said mammals have limbs. They have 4 limbs. So in animals, the 2 front ones are the forelegs, and the back ones are the hind legs. We humans, we have 2 hands, we have 2 legs, and that makes up our limbs. So these are the features. We also looked at some fact that the elephant is the biggest mammal on land, the cheetah is the fastest mammal on land, and then the giraffe is the longest or the tallest mammal on land. So Kate, this is what we went through today about mammals. Now let's test ourselves on this topic, on mammals. Let's test ourselves. 1. The body of mammal is covered with, we have scales, we have feathers, we have fur or hair. The body of a mammal is covered with. Good. The answer is fur or hair. So the body of mammal is covered with fur or hair. 2. Mammals feed their young ones dash. Mammals feed their young ones dash. We have milk, we have porridge, we have soup. Milk. Very good. The answer is milk. So mammals feed their young ones on milk. Mammals feed their young ones on milk. 3. The largest mammal on land is called, we have goat, we have elephant, we have dog. Good. The answer is elephant. So the largest mammal on land is elephant. 4. Which of the following is not an example of mammal? Which of the following is not an example of mammal? We have monkey, we have ant, we have goat. The answer is ant. Very good. So ant is an insect. Ant is not a mammal. And then 5. Which of the following is not a feature of a mammal? Which of the following is not a feature of a mammal? Mammals have, we have teeth, we have lay eggs, we have fur or hair. Good. The answer is lay eggs. Mammals do not lay eggs. Mammals do not lay eggs. They give birth. They give birth. You have all done well. You have all done well. Now, as usual, let's take this homework. 1. What is a mammal? What is a mammal? 2. State 3 examples of mammals. State 3 examples of mammals. And then 3. Mention 3 features of mammals. Mention 3 features of mammal. 1. What is a mammal? 2. State 3 examples of mammals. And then 3. Mention 3 features of mammals. I'm giving you some few minutes to put this assignment down. Hello kids, you are welcome back. And I believe you were all able to put the assignment or your homework down. Today we looked at mammals, their examples, and some of their features. And I believe you enjoyed the lesson. Make sure you do your homework and learn hard as well. Until we meet again next time, this is your teacher Ernest Ato Bento. Bye-bye.